Wicked is sly and sweet. He'll tickle your nose, then tickle your feet. Jolly good is eye for fun. Clean your blood and arrows straight
Page with fire, fires are burning on her pyre.
See big gold like somebody's big to sing a little song and dance a little jig.
That goes shakes and shakes. She'll stick you in the gut and give you belly aches. Behind you, dandy toe, where the bed is full.
Kinda noble. What do you decree?
What do you decree?
What do you decree? Off with your heads.
Okay, not gonna do super long, like, setting up today. Okay. Get Niku up on this. Hold on, I'm not signed in yet. Today's gonna be a little bit shorter than normal. Only gonna be going for like 2 hours. I don't really have a whole lot of MSQ in me right now, so we're mainly going to be sticking to side content. We'll kind of we'll start with the Beast Tribe quests and kind of just see where we end up. There we go. That is enough out of you, good King Mugglemug. I don't have the last White Mage quest ready just yet. I've kind of been in a position where I need to have something to dump all of the EXP from the Amalj'aa quests into. White Mage is just the thing for that right now. I can't really level Warrior further at the moment. Warrior is literally 1 level off, which drives me kind of insane. Anyways, we're gonna start with an Amalj'aa quest, and then head over to the Kobolds and do them. Do you know of Forgotten Springs, the Mikote settlement found to the south in the Sigoli Desert? We've just received urgent word from Loon-Ga. She reports that the hunting party from the Yu tribe village was ambushed by a sizable Amalj'aa force. Those that were not massacred outright were dragged away by the raiders. They've likely been tempered. Loon-Ga mentions, however, that one of the Mikote was nimble enough to evade capture and flee into hiding. We have no alliance with the Yu tribespeople, but we cannot close our eyes to an act perpetrated by the very foe we so greatly despise. For the chance to strike a blow at our enemy, we will go to war for Forgotten Springs. Be my spear, honored ally, and I shall hurl you into the midst of Zon Rock. Loon-Ga awaits reinforcements to the southeast. Join your strength to hers and do what must be done to rescue this lone, courageous Mikote ranger. Okay. There you are. I really hope my gear is good enough to do this. Ugh, gods be good. When I requested reinforcements, I did not expect the war leader to send you. And just as before, you were too slow to respond. While I sat here, grinding my teeth in frustration, I watched as the Flame Fangs discovered the Rangers. Yeah. Awesome. This is a good set of quests you've got there, Square. Uh-huh. Love fighting a bunch of hostile mobs that are standing directly next to my NPC quest target. That's awesome. Okay. With that interruption out of the way, Hammond is their forward base, and as such, the place is awash with alert and wary soldiers. The two of us would fare poorly against such numbers. Without a cunning plan, that is, you, my eager outsider, will have the use of my mount to sow a trail of chaos amongst their ranks. Listen closely. The Amalj'aa like to stockpile the oil that they use to light their watchfires and such. Seek out the barrels and tap the Drake's head. That is the command for him to spit a gout of flame. The resulting explosions should be enough of a distraction for me to slip in and free the captured Mikote. Once you've freed yourself of angry Amalj'aa, meet us beyond the edge of camp where the desert begins. Okay. So, even though we have flight, this mount can't fly for some inexplicable reason. Oh, God, I'm gonna have to walk past a bunch of Amalj'aa. Oh, this is miserable. So I've had to do basically this exact quest objective like a bunch over the past week. Because this is the kind of thing that the daily quests make you do. And the third one is over here somewhere. There they are. They don't actually load in until you get pretty close to them. Oh. Can this be used to attack? No. Okay, and now I stun them until they die. Holy's like one of the best AoEs in the game when it comes to like just random mob pulls. It's ridiculous. It's pretty strong, especially in comparison to ones like summoners. Honestly, most classes don't have one as strong as Holy, honestly. The big difference, the thing that allows Holy to be this OP is, like, this class has almost no other combat options. Okay, Loon-Ga. Even riding a Drake, you still somehow managed to arrive last. I thought perhaps you'd been caught in an explosion and burned to a crisp. A pleasant thought, but apparently not the case. Alright, sure, go fuck yourself. Ooh, Loon, could that really be you? We had thought you long perished. No, I'm sure of it. Your voice is unmistakable. I recall the many days we spent laughing and chatting in the springs. I don't know you or your damnable springs. I am Loon-Ga, warrior of the Brotherhood of Ash. My people are the Amalj'aa, proud and strong. You have the wrong Mikote. Oh, I'm sure. I'm heading back to camp. See this hunter safely home before you return to the Ring of Ash. Okay. No escort will be necessary. I'm a hunter of the U tribe. I cannot cross the... Oh my god. If I cannot cross the sands alone, I do not deserve to return at all. I would, however, have you visit the springs in any case, adventurer. There is more to your friend, to Ulun, than you should know. Okay. Alright, what's up? Meet again, adventurer. I needed to tell you that your companion is without a doubt the little Loon I used to know. There must be some pressing reason for her subterfuge. Many of our tribe were close with Ulun. They may help you understand why Ulun hides behind that mask, and why you might best help her. Okay. Ulun, of course I knew her. She was my blood sister. We were both daughters of the former nun, though our mothers were not the same. You find my choice of tense confusing. She is dead, stranger, slain alongside her mother more than 5 years ago. I did not witness the incident myself, but I will never forget the sudden pain of their loss. It's not uncommon to hear of skirmishes between our people and the Amalj'aa. The lizardmen do not respect our territory, and they interfere with our hunts. The desert suffers for their presence. The one over here outside of the city? Yes. Yes, she is. It is said that a hunting party was set upon by the Amalj'aa. Many of my kin have not returned from the sands. Must the tragedies of the past be so faithfully repeated? That had very little to do with anything I wanted to learn about. Ulun, yes, I remember the name. She was a quiet girl, too timid to even slap at the biting desert flies. The lizard men took her away from us, and for that I shall never forgive them. I'm actually shocked this quest is still going. Normally that would be the end of it. Oh, I have to talk to Loon-Ga. Okay, so it's probably this step and then the next one's the end. Yeah, honestly, these quests haven't been too bad. They haven't been the worst thing I've ever seen. I was led to believe that they were, like, inexcusably terrible, but I don't think they're that bad. Granted, they are not good daily quests. There are not good daily quests until, like, Stormblood. You are late. I might have thought you delayed by a well-wicked worm, but the cloying pity in your eyes tells the tale. Do they mourn for me in Forgotten Springs? Look at me, adventurer. This is an Amalj'aa battle mask, given to me by the war leader himself. It is worn only by those who have chosen the path of the warrior. You likely heard stories from the rangers of how I was taken or killed during an Amalj'aa raid all those years ago. They are right. They are wrong. I know not how I survived the attack, but it was Amalj'aa who found me as I stumbled through the desert, barely conscious and badly wounded. He gazed down upon my battered face and gave me a simple choice. Linger here and die, or come with me and fight. It was then that I made the decision to discard my past, my family, my tribe, my very identity. I was reborn into the Brotherhood of Ash, existing for no other purpose but to feed the fires of my vengeance. This mask is a symbol of my resolve. It represents my transformation into an Amalj'aa soldier, strong and proud. I tell you this not to justify my deceit, but to dam the flood of your foolish questions before it begins. Now, stow your unwanted sympathy and make your report to the war leader. Okay. God, I hate her. Honored ally, with your continued aid and the Brotherhood of Ash will rekindle the glory of our past. As once did our ancestors, we shall forge of steel our bodies and spirits, and greet death with honor. To no gods will we beg, nor against the meek raise arms. We are warriors, walkers of the path of righteous battle. We do not kneel to claim our strength. Live by these words, and your soul too shall burn as brightly. That was worth 6,000 EXP total. That's a little sad. Okay, we got a new set of daily quests we can do here. And by we, I mean me. Alright, let's head to Camp Overlook to deal with the kobolds. And we'll unlock the Ixal today, I think, as well. I won't be able to actively work on the Ixal for a little while because there's a limit to how many quests you can take per day. But I would like to have them unlocked just so I have extra ones to work on when I don't have anything to really be working on. And the Ixal are going to take the longest, so probably pretty important. All right. Oh, adventurer, do honor me with your company for a moment. Yes, yes, let us speak for a while. You have been an absolute godsend to our order, a savior, a saint, a godsend. Our barrows have been overflowing with ore since you arrived. Yes, full to the brim. At this pace, a moon from now, you may be speaking to, dare I dream, the 788th Order Pickman Gigu. We shall be the butt of Kobold Society no more. No, never again. Keep up the diligent work, adventurer. Can a kobold get any more pathetic? Maybe if you got off your arse and helped Miku for once, you could dream a little bigger. But surely you know the old kobold saying. Yes, slow and steady. Enough of your bothering. Miku, you must come with me and quickly. Why you say I'll tell you why Camp Overlook is under attack by the nastiest horde of kobolds I'd ever laid eyes upon. And that's not the least of it. Word has it that they've got some newfangled weapon that's got Commander Blodin and his men tearing their beards out. I'm off to join the defense. Can we count on ye as well, Miku? Okay. Sure. Kobold attack? How terrifying. Frightful, horrifying, terrifying. What is it that angers them so? Yes, I wonder. Oh. There you are, Miku. We drove the buggers off, but I fear the damage had already been done. Saw the kobold's new weapon with my own eyes, I did. A right vicious breed of bomb that could blow a good-sized vessel out of the water. And the sheer hate in the beastman's eyes got me to wondering, do you reckon this is somehow our fault, Miku? No sooner do we start lending our strength to Gigu and his sorry lot than Camp Overlook suffers its worst kobold assault in years. I call it me mariner's intuition, but I'd wager a pirate's booty that Zoga is at the helm of all this. I must remain behind and tend to be comrades. I ask of you, Miku, return to Gigu and see if me suspicions are true. Okay. Great losses your camp suffered. 'Tis a pity, a shame, a crime, a pity. Good thing it was not us. Yes, we are lucky indeed. A secret new weapon. Such rumors have come our way before. Yes, one of our acolytes overheard Zoga speaking of just such a thing. You should seek him out. Yes, you must speak to Ba Go, but I warn you, he is an odd one. Curious, eccentric, odd. Oh, you. We have to talk to this guy a lot for daily quests. Ba Go has been awaiting you, expecting, anticipating, awaiting. Zoga's furnace is firing. And you seek Bago's aid. Yes, yes, you do. Zogar's furnace spits out bombs of prodigious power. Brilliant bombs, breathtaking, beautiful, brilliant. And Bago is an old friend of Zogar. Yes, yes, old friends we are. But Bago will help you. Yes, he will. Why? Because Bago enjoys nothing more than watching things go kaboom, kablam, kapow, kaboom. Okay. Bago knows the way to the 13th Order's workshop deep in the bowels of Ugamaro. Yes, yes, Bago knows of a hidden passage. Secret, secluded, hidden. Eh. The passage is guarded closely, guarded night and day, yet Bago has friends in high places. Yes, yes, he does. Bago will gather his lovelies, his beauties, his dears, his lovelies. You will go ahead to Northern Iron Lake and seek out one Gazi. Yes, you will. Okay, we're gonna switch to Dragoon for that. We'll turn in this quest on White Mage, assuming I remember. I'll just be using Dragoon to bypass a lot of the encounters. Okay, I don't know if those guys will aggro on me. Shush! Last time someone woke Zoga from his beauty rest, he had the offender mine an entire ore vein with his fingernails. Yuns wouldn't want that to happen. Nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Bago told me to expect Yunses. Zoga's workshop is on the other side of this exhaust pipe. Yuns will go quickly and quietly. Silently, soundlessly, quietly. That sort of thing. And tell no one that eyes open the door. Yuns listening? Sure. Wow, that fate music is fucking loud. What the fuck just happened? Okay, Bago. Now, I'm pretty sure this room is normally inaccessible, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. Let me check. Yes, you cannot access this room normally. This is only accessible through the Kobold Quests, for some reason. Bago has come and his lovelies with him. Yes, yes, we have arrived. And yet, what is this? Bago hears Zoga's lackey scurrying about. Bago's lovelies are trembling in fear, shivering, shaking, trembling. This will not do. No, no, it will not. You must see Zoga's men before we have our fun. Yes, yes, you must. Okay. You know, I think actually if we don't want them to know we're here, it's actually a really bad idea for me to confront them specifically. It makes the sound like a door is opening, but it does not open that door. Alright, I killed him. Are you ready, my lovelies? Yes, yes, you are. Take them and gently place them in the furnace. Sweetly, tenderly, gently. Then stand back quickly. Yes, yes, with haste. It's a bit awkward of an angle. Ah, nothing like the smell of a burnt-out furnace in the morning. Or was it the evening? Does it even matter? No, no, it does not. Bago cannot bear to be parted from his lovelies any longer. His heart weeps, cries, sobs, weeps. Yes, yes, we must leave as we came. That's a little underwhelming. This is the way to the surface. Bago will return his lovelies. Yes, yes, he will. Oh, that's it. Huh. That is, not the most substantial quest I have ever seen. So, in about a week, I should have another set of these ready for us to take a look at. Probably unlock the Ixal now. Why are my ears to be believed, adventurer? Zogar's furnace sputters, fizzles, smoke, sputters. This is your and Bago's doing. Yes, it is. Brilliant work, Miku, with their source of ammunition knocked out of commission. I reckon the 13th Order won't be coming back to wreak havoc on Camp Overlook anytime soon. But we've only begun to fight. Aye, we will not rest until Zoga and his lickspittles have been driven from Ogamuro entirely. Who's with me? Giku, have you gone mad? Balmy mad? BB, what a lovely surprise. A pleasure, a delight, a surprise. Who's this now? Oh, my beloved BB. How I have longed, yearned, pined, longed to look upon your delicate whiskers, your dainty paws. Giku, you and your friends sabotaged Zoga's prized furnace, yes? You cannot fool me. No, I can see it in your eyes. Aye, the girl's a sharp one. I love that they were like, how do we know that they'll know that the kobold is a girl? I know. We make her white and put her in pink. And that's how they know it's the girl kobold, is that she's pink. Zoga is on a rampage, a fury, a frenzy, a rampage. He says he'll find the culprit and toss him into a vat of acid. He will kill you, Zoga. Yes, he will. But I'm too young to die. Yes, I am. And you must abandon this madness and flee this place. Run, take flight, flee. Yes, I think I will. It was nice knowing you all. Goodbye and good luck. Farewell. Are you out of your bloody mind? You've come this far and you're just going to leave your comrades behind? Take one cowardly step and I'll skewer you where you stand. Yes, of course. I will stand and do battle. Clash, brawl, battle. You have not changed one bit, Gigu. No, you were as weak and wishy-washy as ever. Can you not make up your own mind? You are right, BB. Yes, you are. I will fight and then run. No, run and then fight? I've seen enough of this. Yes. I am through with you. Do what you want, and do it alone. Abandoned, unaccompanied, alone. Ouch! Wait, BB, you must not go! I'm in trouble now. Wow, these quests are worth nothing experience-wise. I don't even care that I turned it in on Dragoon. Okay, I believe we have to go to Gridania. I don't think we actually need to take the Aetherite anywhere. See, that's Gunbreaker. That's our next Carpenter quest. I believe it's a bad bladder. And Seeking Solace is the Sylphs, which will be the last one we do, ultimately. Miku, we have ourselves a situation. Our scouts out at Etat's Spire have sent word that the Ixal are attacking their position. They report that they have already weathered a sudden strafing run by one of the Birdmen. Oh my god. They've already weathered a sudden strafing run by one of the Birdmen's blasted war balloons, and casualties were high. Have you ever seen these Beastmen dirigibles? The Ixal stock them with explosive munitions and rain hell on their targets below. Even should they float within bow range, the balloon skins are thick and difficult to penetrate, though it can be done. Thus, the spires were constructed throughout the Twelveswood. Are Gridania's first line of defense against assault from the air. It is frustrating indeed, then, that the recent conflicts have left them undermanned. I need you to head to North Shroud immediately and lend your strength to the garrison at Etat's Spire. I am certain Captain Gweithrit will appreciate the help. I don't even know where that is. Fallguard float. I actually should have just assumed that this is where the quests take place, so. You know, it might be worth it to unlock the Sylph ahead of time as well. Apparently apparently I need to kill that. Please don't kill it. Ah! Never mind. I don't want to stay for the entire thing. Ah, you! Okay, that's all I wanted. I assume that's for, Dragoon? No, that's for the Maelstrom, apparently. Wouldn't have guessed. You don't necessarily need to do the last set of the hunting log for anything in particular. I don't think it actually unlocks anything super special. If you actually clear it, just mainly gives you a lot of company seals. Lieutenant Scarlet sent you say, praise Nafika, though I believe the worst of the danger is past. What few soldiers I command are both wounded and weary. It was a well-placed shaft that was their salvation. A private's arrow managed to punch a hole clear through the balloon's air bladders, forcing the Ixali vessel to flounder down into the trees. Ha! You could hear the squawking from here. I must admit, however, to feeling a moment of dread at the thought of that war balloon slipping past and drifting over the city walls. Thank the gods, and a certain private, that such a fate did not come to pass. Nevertheless, we are in no shape to repel the Ixal should they prove able to press the attack. Pray head north to Peace Garden and see what has become of their downed craft. Just like the Amalj'aa, I've never done these ones before. I don't know what's actually in these quests. I know that they're crafting related, and I know that they're, like, way lower level than I thought they would be. Oh, that's it? That's all I had to do over here? Did you find the down balloon? Was the vessel sound? Here you go. I'm not sure if this came from the Birdmen's craft or is part of another contraption entirely. There can, however, be no doubt that it is of Ixali design. War balloons, such as the one you saw, were invented by the Ixali to assert their dominance over the skies. These vessels allow them to avoid our ground-based patrols and infiltrate the 12's wood with impunity. And the Beastmen use them not only for acts of war, but also to haul away the trees felled by their ever-expanding logging operations. 'Twas to combat this unwelcome and destructive presence that we built guard towers throughout the forest, though I imagine the Ixal were quite displeased to find our borders thus reinforced. In fact, the primary purpose of this day's attack may well have been the destruction of Etat's spire itself. I'm torn, Miku. We must not weaken our defenses here, but I would be certain our enemy does not lurk nearby, awaiting the opportunity for sabotage. I would ask that you once more visit the crash site and search the surrounding area for signs of our foes. I pray that my concerns are not more than the anxious workings of a tired mind. Okay. Huh. Weird. That's not sending me. Huh. Get away from here, No Feathers. Ours to dismantle, War Balloon is. Oh, good. They also have a quirky way of speaking. Touch what is ours, you must not. Rights of salvage. Yes, rights of salvage. Enough. So much screeching and cawing when threatened nothing. Featherless one has. Chief Totolock. You know, before I even read the text box, I was like, oh, cool, the leader. The one wearing a funny hat. Hold apart, we saw it. No Feathers does. Search through wreckage for nothing we did. Weak-bellied fledgling. Calm down, you will. Speak with featherless one, says ul shall. Could you be artisan? No. Clothing all wrong. It is. Garb for honest work, it is not. Raise your weapon not. Ixal we are, but not same kind that attack your tower. Balloon part you took. Value to you is little, yes? Have it from you, we would. Not by force, no, and not for nothing. We make deal, yes? Inside gate you come. Show you our work in return, Cecil shall. But chief, mean to let Featherless One inside you cannot. Spread our secrets, she will. Question chief, you will not. Cecil's decision it is. Shut screechy beak before plucked and strung from nearest tree branch you are. I guess they do have feathers, but it's not quite as many as I would have expected. Fierce look Featherless One has. Look forward to the next meeting, Cecil does. It's funny because Heavensward gives us bird people too, and they look a lot more like what you would expect. Listen well, No Feathers. If chiefs trust you betray, flay skin from worthless bones we shall. Stop talking like Grunty, please. I did not elect to play Banjo-Kazooie on stream. There they are. Weird music in here. Brave you are to walk into Ixal Den. No such camp existed. You did not, eh? Now, have that balloon part in your name, says Woolwood. Yes, yes, searched long for this we have. Thank you, Miku. Know you what this is, It is a special stone, used for making instrument to read speed of wind, only found in Zelphatal. Very rare. Even clever Cecil cannot build such instruments without it. Seem confused, you do. You wonder why Cecil not go to Zelphatal and fetch stone himself. Tell you why, Cecil will. We are not like Ixal of Nautilon and other places. No fighting with forest people. Outcast we are. Call ourselves Ekatal 9. Impressive, yes? Had nicer sound than a Cattle 20 or so. But one purpose we have, to fly free like wind. For war with forest people, or pleasing greedy goddess, we care not. Oh, I see. Fixed on the heavens, our eyes are. Oh, they added quest sync to these. That's curious. Oh, this is actually the first time we've, switched to crafter in, quite a while. A strange face you make, Miku. Burning with questions you are, yes? What are you trying to do here? Make myself clear. I did not, eh? Only natural, your suspicion is. Many Ixal would simply kill Featherless One and leave corpse for vultures. But think like bird-brained Nautilon zealots. Clever Cecil and his crew do not. Endlessly wasteful this war with forest people is. Waste of time, waste of resources. Ekatal 9 is a group of thinkers, of crafters. This place, Ekatal, is place for building dreams. To fly higher than any other is Ekatal 9's dream, but before we can fly, make wings we must. Good at making things you are, yes. I know carpenter when see one. Cecil, oh my god, no carpenter when see one, Cecil does. Make a way of moving, way of looking. Caw, caw, caw. Okay. He's literally just saying the word caw. Normally they italicize it. Okay. Clothing had Cecil confused at first, though. Creating much better than destroying. Yes, both Ixal and Featherless One agree on that. They can. Have Miku create something for Ekatal 9, Cecil would, but build many things we can, but not everything is possible in a remote camp like this. You know of a place called Fallgourd Float. Yes, fine crafting facility they have, perfect for making airship hull interior components. Leather-backed plywood is component Cecil needs. Make for strong, durable hull it will. Placed order for raw materials with Keycurn Merchant and Fallgourd Float. Cecil has. Miku need only speak to Junkmonger. Spend own coin you need not. Surprise for you, Cecil has. Protect and support hands when crafting tricky airship components. These gloves will. Even clever carpenter needs help from time to time, eh? Come back soon, Featherless One. Okay, so for some fucking reason, they decided, oh, it's fine. We'll just give you gloves. And these gloves determine whether or not you're doing the crafting quest. This is, completely deranged. This is a completely deranged, method of, handling this. Okay. Junkmonger, there you are. Master Merchant welcomes welcome customer. Birdman Chief tell Master Merchant of Chief's makings. You take things for making, go to place for making things. You find making place at side of inn, not inside. Master Merchant thinks you have no time for thinking. Birdman Chief seems ready to burst at seams. Hildegard will give you helpful help. It's funny because I just got around to leveling all of my crafters and most of my gatherers up to level 40. But I haven't actually crafted new gear. So my gear is at like 28 to 32-ish. There you are. Hello there, adventurer. Come now, I can hardly hear you. I said, hello there. What's this? You wish to make use of our workshop? Well then, seeing as you're a first-timer, allow me to give you a brief explanation of what we seek to accomplish here. So I'm sure you're aware Eorzea is populated with a plethora of artisans who create a range of wonderful wares. This workspace was created with just such diversity of craftswomen in mind. No matter your profession, our facility is designed to allow simply anyone to bring in their materials and produce goods that demand an exquisite degree of precision and polish. Our small operation here at Bob and Cork is only temporary until we secure a more permanent residence, but I assure you that everything is fully functional. Now, what exciting project have you brought for me this fine day? What have we here? Ah, such a strange coincidence that you should happen to arrive bearing the very same rare materials that... Hildegard, have you any word on my delivery? Who might this lady be? Why does she hold the component materials that I ordered? This is outrageous. You cannot simply swoop in and snatch up the wares I reserved a moon in advance. Please, Master Tataramu. You misunderstand. This adventurer brought along these materials herself. Just brought them along, did she? Poppycock. What would a gill-grabbing mercenary need with an airship hull component materials? You're so lucky I'm not on a combat class right now. Only a master engineer with the highest level of skill would be capable of utilizing the potential of such specialized items, and I highly doubt that anyone beside myself would have a use for them. I shall be gracious, however, and allow that you are some matter of artisan. Pray tell, what exactly do you intend to craft with those materials? I am, of course, ignoring the fact that your efforts will invariably result in a botched job and wasted resources. Master Tataramu, this is hardly gentlemanly conduct. I shall offer to view the finished product then. Go ahead, madam, craft your wares, and I shall appraise the quality of your work, free of charge. Master Tataramu, I shall become cross with you if you continue in that tone. Here are your materials, miss. I'm sure whatever you create will be absolutely splendid. I see. Sent the raw materials of the workshop supervisor. After preparing the workspace, the supervisor will then return to you the exact amount of materials required for your specific task. You'll then be allotted a certain amount of time in which to complete the synthesis. Should your synthesis efforts prove unsuccessful, speak with the workshop supervisor to once more retrieve excess materials and renew your access. Okay. This is like really overly complicated. I have 4 minutes to do this. So hold on, this is like pathetically easy. 3 buttons. Here you go. How are the daily quests gonna work? All done, are we? Now let's have a look at the travesty you've made out of gods be good. I can scarce believe it. This craftsmanship is exemplary, and you say this component is to be used in the construction of an airship. I cannot even imagine what type of hull you mean to build. Tell me, adventurer, who commissioned this work from you? I must know. An Ixal! What? Why, that's incredible, not to mention fascinating. Though, I must wonder how one came to commission an adventurer for airship parts. There was an odd rumor making the rounds amongst the engineers at the company. They say a group of Ixal had carved out a secret camp in the Black Shroud and they were conducting trials for some kind of secret weapon. I thought it idle gossip at the time, but 'twould appear the tale held merit. After all, your Ixali master seems to, or seeks to craft an airborne vessel of war. I will not allow it. Transforming the wonder of air travel into a means of delivering death is blasphemy of the highest order. I don't know how to tell you this, but it's already okay. But, Master Tataramu, what do you mean to do? Isn't it obvious I'm going to march right into that secret camp and give those blasted birdmen a good telling off? You best stay out of my way. Okay. But you cannot simply... When it comes to airships, I'm afraid Master Tataramu's passion overpowers his capacity for common sense. I wonder if he even has any idea where he's going. Here, you'd best take your finished component and complete the delivery. Your appraiser appears to have forgotten it in his haste to rush off and chastise the Ixal. Just who is Master Tataramu? I could tell you, but that wouldn't be very exciting now, would it? Perhaps you might ask him yourself. Yeah, as early as Heavensward, they just kind of ditch all of this. They're like, yeah, you don't need to have, like, a special equipment. And you don't need to, like, be in a specific spot. And there's no time limit. And I'm kind of amazed they haven't gotten rid of a lot of this stuff already. Returned, you have. Able to craft, you were. Here you go. Made this you did. Yes, serve us well this will. Begin construction on hull we can. I finally found you. I never realized just how big this forest was. Who is small, angry, featherless one? I don't know this man. Never mind who I am. 'Tis you who are on trial here. Are you not the Ixal master who seeks to build a death-dealing airship and bring war and destruction to Gridania? Have you no respect for the virtuous field of engineering? Your uncouth plan will irretrievably sully. Weapons on an airship, simply monstrous. Mind your tongue, you shall. Making airship with weapons, Cecil is not. Been telling tall tales, someone has. Do not try to deny it. I've seen how the Ixal stole our technology to build those horrendous war balloons. Your kind know not but killing and mayhem. Oh, Tataramu, we can't be saying things like that. Blather too much, angry one does. See's not enough. Look at design under own feet, you should. This schematic. It contains elements of both dirigible and airship. I've never seen the like. Hybrid vessel. Ixal Qualan it is. Fly very high it shall. Ceiling altitude of 5,000 yalms. 5,000 yalms? That's impossible. An unattainable fantasy. Why, even Master Garland's Enterprise cannot reach such heights. You speak of visiting the heavens themselves. Yes, the heavens! Rap on God's front door we shall. Knock, knock. Jesus. Aitlan. Floating continent of legends it is. High, high above clouds. Place where Cecil's ancestors once lived. Return to Ixal's lost paradise we shall. All-consuming goal of Cecil's people it once was. But this dream shared now by too few. Rather worship mad goddess Garuda and squabble with featherless ones. Not Halan Ixal would. Waste of life, Cecil says. Help Ekatal 9 build balloon airship hybrid and reach for distant sky other Ixal should. What an incredible idea. You have such vision, such zeal. Cecil, I have misjudged you. You must let me work... Oh my god, you must let me work with you. I don't know why that was so difficult. I will see this dream of yours become a reality. You wish to join Cecil's crew, do you? Possess some skill at crafting, do you? Yes? Yes! I've studied airship design most extensively, and though my practical experience is admittedly limited, I vow that there are none who match my passion for the craft. Important passion is, but knowledge, too, you must have. Work you as hard as others, Cecil will. Be spared for your size. You will not. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. Tataramu at your service. Well. And what of Miku? Impressed with work, Cecil is. Enjoy crafting with Cecil's gloves, did you? Like second skin, yes. Protect hands, but allow artisan to make delicate and difficult movements they do. Agree to help Ekatal 9 build Ixal Qualan and let Miku keep gloves, Cecil will. What say you, featherless one? Sprout wings and fly with us, yes? Sprout wings I will. Feathers of the spirit we share. Hard to imagine to look at us now it is, but an age when Ixal flew upon power of their own wings there once was. Sad then that wrath of elementals we incurred. Banished from forest and stripped of our gift of flight we were. With younglings hatched outside of forest, something wrong there was. Stunted their feathers were, but lose desire to soar Ixal's never did. In place of lost wings, great balloons Cecil's forefathers made. Such ingenuity, seek to continue their legacy a Coddle 9 does. But forgotten joy of crafting own wings, Nautilon Ixal have. Grovel instead to goddess they do, grovel and beg. Fools, grant them new wings, Garuda never will. Seek only to increase their might, or her might, the goddess does. Always more sacrifices, always more crystals. Nothing more than slaves Nautilon Ixal are, but not a Coddle 9, no. Soar once again we shall. Within Desil Qualan, our salvation, our waking dream lies. Work hard and see history written, Miku shall. Is this going to give me a little cutscene of them working on the boat? Or the airship? Hello, Jay. Yep, okay, we can do daily quests here. Yep, and we can, oh my god, we can actually purchase things from these guys. These guys' shop have a lot of crazy stuff in it. Yeah, okay, we get to advance the ship little by little as we work on this. That's cute. Okay, and that's it for the Beast Tribe quests for today. We only have one that's still locked. Oh, man. There. I hate bots. Anyways, let me take a look. The rest of the night's just gonna be job quests. We have so many of them to do that, we're just gonna kind of go down the list. We're gonna ignore Pugilist, I suppose, but that's it. We're gonna start with Warrior though, because this is the class I'm going to be leveling next. Ugh, I don't like these quests though. They're really bad. They are really bad. So just explicitly not interesting. I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised by the Ixal. I hope that their daily quests aren't like horrid garbage. So okay. Hello again, my friend. It's quite obvious that you have been anything but idle in your training since last we met. Your progress is heartening to look upon, truly, but it also serves to remind me that each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent owning my skills. I fear my worth on the battlefield is diminishing by the day, yet I am certain that my studies of the Chronicles will yield something of use. In fact, just last night, I discovered how the warriors of my tribe came to be shunned by the outside world. Upon witnessing my people's prowess with the axe, the armies of the city-states began to incorporate similar techniques into their own training. These are the self-same techniques that I have been instructing you in, Miku, ones which call upon the inner beast. The consequences, of course, were dire. Yes, their soldiers became nigh on unstoppable, and they also became wholly uncontrollable, and both friend and foe fell prey to the ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-states laid the blame for these atrocities solely at the feet of my kind, promptly banning the ancient art and imprisoning anyone suspected of teaching it, or so the chronicles say. What I find hard to grasp, though, is that never once during my training did my brother hint at this dark history, nor have I myself ever seen one of my tribe succumb to the rage that the chronicles describe. Could it be that the tales are mere falsehoods, stories concocted by some long-forgotten enemy who would poison our heritage and befoul our tribe's name? Who in their right mind would seek to sully something so pure, and why, oh my god, I don't want to join a free company, thank you. So utterly bereft of pride is inexplicable. I refuse to believe it. It matters not if these claims are groundless. If they prompted my tribe's art to fade into obscurity, then the damage has already been done. Well, I, for one, will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. If none of my people will give the lie to stories, oh my god, will give the lie to the stories that have so tarnished a reputation, it shall have to be me. But once again, I lose myself in history and forget the present. If you recall, I spoke to you of my former comrade from the company of heroes and the great woolly beast we've been pursuing. The beast remains on the loose, and to toss a ponds of salt on the wound, fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on the innocent residents of Wineport. Were you and I to succeed in quelling the threat, surely the people would see that warriors are no fearsome beasts, but valuable allies. Together, Miku, we shall win back our proud name. Now, let us away to Wineport to meet with the captain of the militia. God, he just gives me a mountain of text to read every single time I see him. As a reminder, I'm probably only going out till 11 tonight. I don't really want to be streaming all too late. Probably could have started early, but I didn't really feel like it. My friends, Wineport is much obliged to your aid. The fiends come relentlessly, and what few able-bodied men we have find themselves hopelessly overmatched. Indeed, the western gates have been so besieged that they are currently left without any manned defense. Leave the defense to us, my good man. I will secure the western gate. Miku, you defend the town from the east. Together we will form a bulwark that not a single fiend can penetrate. Once the enemy has been driven back, we will return here to back up the captain. Got it, Miku? Sure. Whatever you say. Okay, good. It is not a solo duty. And there's a hunt target out here. Why? I'll hit those. Yeah, why not? You know? EXP is EXP. You get a ring if you clear these. Like, all of them. I don't know if the ring is any good. Why do I have... What is this? Home Gang? Home Gang unlocks at level 42? That is insane, actually. Home Gang is an invuln. Oh. While Home Gang is active, which lasts for 10 seconds, you can't drop below 1 HP. Most classes have to wait until level 50 to get their invuln. So I'm really shocked that Warrior gets theirs so early. Another one. Does not help that these enemies have way too much HP. It's either that or I'm using a real garbage axe. I am using a garbage axe. Okay, let's hit the other grass raptor we need to kill. Really don't need any of this, like, at all. I think the 12, you're safe. We've needed your skills yet. I just heard a scream, and I fear that one of the beasts might be loose within the village. Come with me. Oh. Okay, we are zeroing in on the child. But monster, but I... Come no closer, Miku. I beg of you. I must return to the falls. Huh. Whoever's gotten into Curious Gorge. It's true that he fought like a man possessed, but to mistake him for the very beast he hunts, methinks the child's parents have been feeding her a few too many ghost stories for her own good. Worry not, friend, I shall speak to the villagers and clear up this most unfortunate misunderstanding. Do return to the falls and assure Curious Gorge that Wineport is indebted him for his aid. Okay. Okay, sure, it was just a, It was the child overreacting and then Curious Gorge being like, maybe she's right, maybe I am a monster. Okay, got it. Yep. Yeah, I still don't like this questline very much. Okay, Miku, please forgive me for leaving so abruptly earlier. It was a hasty reaction to a situation for which I was completely unprepared. While both you and I know that I was in complete control of my inner beast, I now realize, to the layman's eye, it may have seemed that, well, the opposite was true. Mayhap it was this very misapprehension of that lent weight to the lies which led to my tribe's disgrace. And if that was the case, then perhaps I should return once more to the Chronicles and endeavor to reassess their message in light of this discovery. Speaking of light, your soul crystal, Miku, it sparkles. Does the soul of the warrior have aught to reveal to you? Any whispers of import? If only they hadn't forsaken me as they did my brother. Ah, yes. Well, I suppose that's that. I must continue my studies, and you your training. I hope to have something new for both of us very soon. Until then, my friend. Oh my god, finally. Okay, so the ability we just unlocked is I think it's like a 10% damage buff for all of Warrior's attacks. Warrior is balanced around having this, and thus Warrior without this is like one of the weakest feeling tanks in the universe. It feels actually so bad. For a little while, though, it will be, the only way we can apply that buff. So I'm going to be AoEing bosses like crazy. Okay, so we're done with War. Paladins next. Gonna plow through as many of these as I can. Huh. You know what? When does the Rising end? In 2 days. I really gotta do the Rising quests. I still haven't done them. I believe it's up here. Okay. Have you earned the right to call yourself a paladin? Or you have earned the right to call yourself a paladin, but how do others treat you? Do they recognize you for what you are? Remember that fancy swordplay and well-polished armor do not make you a paladin. You must be in your heart to strive, or just in your heart and strive to always be an exemplar of true virtue. Once, not so long ago, the Sultansborn could walk the streets with their heads held high. When they marched by, the small folk would look upon them with reverence and gratitude, and no one was more respected than the captain, my predecessor. When I first saw him, I was still a child. My father had promised to take me to a local festival, but somewhere he took a wrong turn. We became lost and stumbled into a secluded back alley. Luck was not with us. because the next moment we found ourselves in the middle of a riot. Drunken hunters were firing arrows into the crowd, and we were caught between them. There was no way out. It was only a matter of time before we would be struck. That's when the captain saved us from our plight, and I've never seen a sword move so quickly. It flashed faster than my eyes could follow, and in seconds the hunters were on the ground fleeing for their lives. The captain was gone down the street, slicing at their heels, before my father had time to thank him. Even today I can see the captain as he was then, blood on his sword, armor impossibly bright in the sun. After that, all I ever wanted to be was a paladin. Would practice endlessly with my sword, dreaming of the bandits defeated and monsters slain. Even after I became one of the Sultan's Sworn, the memory of the captain still inspired me. I was always the first to arrive in the training yard and the last to leave. And so, the years passed, and before I knew it, I found myself named Captain of the Sultan's Sworn. Yet, the triumph was hollow, because by then, the honor of the Sultan's Sworn elite, the very thing that had drawn me to the Brotherhood, was a mere vestige, like the discarded banner of a defeated foe. There were many reasons for the fall, but the loss of the Oathkeeper, yes, that was the mortal blow. The sword Oathkeeper was bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultan's Sworn by the then Sultan of Amalj'aa. In time, it became our standard, the symbol of oaths we had sworn, and it was treasured by each new captain for generations. Possession was proof of the Sultan's sworn command. But then, the unthinkable came to pass. Oathkeeper was stolen by the traitor. It shook our Brotherhood to the core. How could we be trusted to protect the Sultana if we cannot even hold on to the symbol of our fealty? We have been tarnished in the eyes of ruler and ruled alike. If the Sultan's sworn are to survive, we must find the traitor and recover Oathkeeper, but the Sultan's sworn have grown too weak, and we cannot do it ourselves. We have been forced to recruit outsiders to help us in our cause. Holy crap, this story is long. I have high hopes for you, my friend. It is a great thing that we ask, and must learn more of your secrets if you are to succeed. In outer Lenosha, near the Hermit's Hovel, is a grove where ringtails congregate. Pitting yourself against the host of the beast would be a fine way to hone your skills that I will teach you. In the grove, you'll find another brazier, this time filled with a potent incense that will drive the creatures into a frenzy. Defeat your attackers and return to me. Holy crap! Oh, just never ends with these guys. Ah, there it is. And how many of these am I gonna have to kill? Oh, do not give me that. I don't want it. Three of them? I have to fight three of them? Okay. Five of them. I have to fight five of them. Oh, they're dropping so much crap. They dropped even more crap. I don't want any of this. Get out of my inventory. Thank you. Okay. Well done. You have taken the skills I taught you and made them your own. I still do not have word of when the traitor is hiding, but I will inform you the moment I do. Until then, continue your training. Okay, awesome. What we've just been handed is a cooldown. Basically all of the unlockable abilities on Paladin are more damage reduction. It is actually like it'll drive you insane. For some fucking reason as well, this meter, the thing that controls how much this meter fills is auto attacking. That is how out of date this class is. Just really bizarre. Using certain actions will increase the oath gauge. Yeah, those certain actions are auto-attacking. Okay, moving on. So, Pugilist we're not doing until I have it fully leveled, so we can have them all in one stream. White Mage, I don't have one. Archer! Archer, I have, two? Two lined up? Hold on, do I have any lined up for Thaumaturge? I don't. So it looks like Archer, and then we're going to be unlocking Rogue and calling it a night, probably. I might try to get, like, a dungeon in here, actually. Just so I can guaranteed have, like, a, you know, something to throw in the thumbnail. I remember this Archer quest being not good, though. I remember it being pretty terrible. Okay, good evening to you, Miku. I felt that it was about time you have returned. Have you grown more accustomed to the bow? Before we go any further, I wish to ensure that you have grasped the fundamental essence of archery. Tell me, Miku, do you truly understand what it means to see clearly? To see clearly is not merely to look, it is to observe with intent. Fail to do this, and no amount of talent with a bow will avail you. An archer must remain vigilant for any trace of his target, overlooking not the smallest detail, lest it prove crucial to the realization of his purpose. He mustn't, in short, see clearly. He must, in short, see clearly. The coming task will test your powers of observation. A number of targets have been hidden throughout the city. I'd have you seek out and destroy them. Each will fall easily to your heavy shot technique. When you have completed the task, return to me and we will continue. Okay. Yep, have me, a level 5 archer, presumably, by this point. Fire arrows in a city. Yep. That's a really good idea, Guildmaster. This is, you know, one of your smartest ideas yet, I think. I'm pretty sure they're all in New Gridania. I could be wrong, though. There's one up there. And there's one down there. I don't need this on my hotbar at all, honestly. That's something that I could literally just remove from the hotbar. Both of these abilities are just god-awful. They are really bad. Saying they do nothing is an insult to abilities that would tell you they do nothing, actually. Flicks target with heavy. This makes them walk slightly slower. And then binds the target. Neither of these work on, like, any targets in the late game. And by the late game, I mean late game of Realm Reborn. They're not useful. There was a single boss where Foot Graze was helpful, and they have since changed the boss and made it not helpful. Really just astonishing work. I don't think these abilities do anything at all. I think there's, like, a couple of Savage raid bosses where, like, there's an ad phase where the ad is, like, walking somewhere, and that's the check. You've returned. I trust you have begun to comprehend the crucial importance of seeing clearly. The next trial will test your powers of observation in battle. Travel to the North Shroud and put down 8 micro-chews and 8 opo-opos. In contrast to the inanimate and wholly unthreatening targets of the previous trial, these creatures may be relied upon to move around and fight back. Nor are those the only differences. Being comparatively numerous, the micro-chews and opo-opos are anything but difficult to find. And yet, you may be assured that this task will test your powers of observation, albeit in a different manner. This time, you will need to evaluate the abilities of your opponent. In so doing, you will learn, amongst other things, that microchews produce a poison that can quickly sap one's strength, while obo-obos, like archers, possess the advantage of range. Knowing their strengths, however, how will you go about mitigating them? If you commence your attack before identifying an effective strategy, you will soon be made to regret your folly. But if you take the time to observe your targets from afar, you will surely glean knowledge. Okay, don't do that. I look forward to hearing of your success. Okay, well, back to Falkirk Float. It's like, oh, look, you have to, like, make strategies to kill these guys, and the strategy is I hit 1 on them, and then occasionally I hit 2. I know, I'm terrified. They want me to kill 16 mobs. 16! They want me to kill 16 mobs! While doing single target damage. That's awesome. God, Archer is boring at the beginning. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make when getting into this game is they will pick Archer at the start. Because they'll be like, oh, well, you know, it's like an MMO. I should pick something that's like kind of basic that I can, you know, understand how it'll play at first. And I'm here to tell you that you don't actually need to worry about that at all. Because by the end of Archer, you will not understand what's happening, and at the beginning of Archer, you will be so bored you will quit. You will stop playing the game entirely. I've never had a character where I started on Archer and I actually, like, stuck with them. Bard is a very fun class. I will not say anything about, like, bad about the class as a whole, but man, is Archer really a bad, like, start to the game. Because, like, not only does it put you, or does it have, like, a really boring sort of, like, gameplay loop at the beginning, but it puts you in Gridania for your beginning quests, and those quests are boring, and this area is very generic. So, like, do yourself a favor, start with, like, Summoner. Summoner is, in my eyes, the best starting class in the game, period. There's nothing else that you could, like, start with that would be better. It gives you a very normal rotation by the time you're level, like, 20. So it gives you, or it starts building into you the oh, I attacked one more than I needed to. It starts building into you the concept of a rotation, when ordinarily, you know, like, that's the kind of thing that's pretty alien to someone who's not an MMO player. That, and it lets you start with a really good, solid class questline. And it lets you, start off in, like, Limsa Lominsa, which is, like, one of the better starting areas. It's not the best starting area. The best is Thanalan, but there's not a class that I recommend playing in Thanalan. Welcome back, young Miku. Tell me, were you able to put your techniques to good use? When faced with an enemy who can attack from a distance, simply raining arrows upon it is wasteful and dangerous both. The battle would be not more than a contest of strength. By employing the appropriate technique, however, one may bring down one's foe with greater ease and fewer arrows. For instance, you may choose to prime your weapon well and strike hard, or employ toxins and sap their strength over time. On the assumption that this fact dawned upon you prior to the fall of your 16th target, I congratulate you on passing the trial. Silvaire? What's your honest evaluation? Oh, she changed the music. Not bad, if you ask me. The adventurer pulls a good bow and is enthusiastic besides. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Amalj'aa, and this is my 2nd year at the guild. It's quite plain that you have talent with the bow, but you must take care to mind your surroundings when you're pursuing a target. I had my eye on you for the duration of your trial, but not once did you notice my presence. Mind your surroundings, that's rich coming from you. Your every movement is wasteful, adventurer. Ah, great, another Ellison that's gonna be mean to me. Your back is crooked, your elbows are misaligned, and it takes you an age to prime your bow, and twice as long to loose an arrow. Fine, sure. Fuck you too. In summary, you fail on all accounts. You have no talent as an archer, none whatsoever. I shall say it plain, Luciane? Lucy. This woman is not fit to wield the bow. For our sake and hers, we should revoke her membership. Fine, I'll leave. As I've always said, outsiders can scarce be expected to understand. Never mind master our noble art. We waste our breath trying to teach her like. Oh, I see, this is racism. Well, allow me to introduce you to Silvaire, our comrade at the butts. The fellow was once of the god's quiver, you see, and he can be a little opinionated when it comes to archery. Oh, but you mustn't pay him any heed. He's like that to everyone. You'd be lucky to get much sense out of a fossil-brained wildwood Ellison like him at the best of times. With them, anyways, it's always 12's wood this and elementals that, and oh, no offense intended, Lucine. None taken, Lay. I know full well that some of my kind can be prideful to excess and intolerant of other races. Although people may behold the same object, ever will they see different things. There's no right or wrong to it, for it is a question of perspective. What matters is the perspective we chose to adopt. You are possessed of bright eyes, Miku, eyes that bespeak great understanding. They shan't lead you astray, so trust to them and to what they see. Go ahead and resume your training. I look forward to marking your progress when next we meet. Well, we will meet now. Because I still have the level 10 quest to do. I'm just gonna take the money. Pleased as me to see you have grown as an archer. Plainly, you have taken my counsel to heart and learned to see with your own eyes. I would now have you discover what it means to behold things from a different standpoint. You will recall Amalj'aa, your senior in the guild. I have given you over to her care for this lesson. Speak with her and do as she bids. I've been expecting you, Miku. Shall we get on with it then? First, a quick review. Remember how the Bowmaster had you seek out and destroy targets hidden throughout the city? Well, I would have you do the same. This time, however, you will need to venture outside the gates. I'm sure you've realized this by now, but there's no guarantee of safety within the 12's wood. As you search, you should take care to mind your surroundings. You won't have the luxury of focusing solely on your quarry this time. You'll have to keep your eyes peeled for potential threats as well. That said, your objective is to destroy the targets alone, so avoid unnecessary combat and maintain a safe distance from any hostile creatures you encounter. Should you come under attack, take to your heels, risking direct confrontation only if you can't outrun your pursuers. The targets are hidden in Central Shroud. As before, use the heavy shot technique to destroy each one with a single arrow. Go well, Miku. Alright. Sure. I hope this quest doesn't have a solo duty in it. I would really prefer to have all of this done by like 10:40 so I can focus on queuing into the dungeon I've picked out for tonight. And if I decide to do anything else, like unlocking Rogue? Rogue's the class we have left? I'm not taking on the Hornet Swarms right now. Nice hiding spot. Oh, there's another one. 3 with an eye shot of each other. That's crazy. There's 4. I refuse to believe this one won't have any actual combat in it, though. Ah. Yeah, okay. No thanks. I'm out of here. I'm actually very busy, sir. Ah! Can you turn around? Thanks. Okay. Hello, Lay. Well, you made short work of those targets, I must say. It seems you've learned to seek your prey without being preyed upon. Let's continue then. I have a mind to give you a more practical experience, and we've received a request just recently, which I think will provide the perfect opportunity. It seems tree slugs and vultures have been congregating in ever-increasing numbers in the vicinity of the honey yard, causing no end of trouble for the locals. We've been tasked with culling the beasts. This request comes direct from Stokeglade Fane. When the Wood Whalers and God's Quiver cannot spare the forces to attend to such matters, the Conjurers often turn to us for help. Before you ask, there's good reason why they would rather not see this particular task themselves. The creatures in question possess abilities which can cause problems for the magically inclined, but that's quite enough talk about Conjurers' troubles. Lucien taught you how to discern an enemy's key traits, did she not? Well, now you need to do so while maintaining situational awareness, lest you be overrun. Consider this a comprehensive review of her lessons and mine own. Your orders are as follows. Head out to the East Route and there put down 8 tree slugs, 8 vultures. 16 more enemies. Awesome. That's my favorite number of enemies. Okay, there's a lot of hunt targets around here. Ones I'm going to be ignoring for the time being. Throw out the weathered one. Okay. Time to kill the enemies again. Good lord. Should kill the vultures while they're here, I suppose. Seeing as they are bait targets, it seems. You know, I guess it's multitasking. We're gonna get it like a nice little boost to the XP. The best way I can describe Bard's playstyle is that it is 100% dice rolls. This class is a class where the second hit of your combo only procs 20% of the time. The other 80% you literally cannot use it. I don't know if 8's gonna be enough to clear this fate. but, you know, I can try. Oh my god. How many vultures do there need to be here? Okay, that's it. No more vultures. I'm running away. Absolutely not wasting time on them. Still have quite a bit I want to get done, and I really only have like 20 minutes left to stream. Ish. I've only slayed... This is my third tree slug. Holy shit. Three more to go. 3 more to go. Oh, I do not want to continue this fate. Okay, last enemy, and then we go unlock our final dungeon for the evening. Never mind, we're not done somehow. Wow, can't wait for that Elzen to be really mean to me again. Hello, Lay. Judging by your smug expression, I'd say you've acquired a feel for maneuvering to exploit enemy weaknesses whilst covering your own. Vultures are wont to keep their opponents at wing's length, and their attacks will send you flying. The solution is simple. Maneuver to the rear. Tree slugs, on the other hand, have an annoying knack of disrupting spellcasting with their secretions. As such, you would do well to keep the creatures away from all the mages in your party. Needless to say, good positioning is the key to success in battle, which is why it is absolutely essential that you know your target's traits. Knowing the knowing of these traits is a fundamental part of hunting. Before the Keepers of the Moon conceived of archery, they dwelt not in the city, but the forest. For my people, hunting was the way of life. In hindsight, I suppose it was more of a lesson on hunting than archery. Still, Lucien knows well my past. Mayhap that was her intent. Hunting, too, is an art. Before I came to Gridania, I never gave it much thought. But the more I think of home, the more I begin to realize. Ahem. Forgive me. I'm not given to fits of sentiment. Truly, forget I said anything. But do not forget that a hunter must recognize his prey's weakness and strike swiftly when the opportunity presents itself. That concludes the lesson. Now I suggest you pay Lucien a visit. She is doubtless eager to hear from you. Hello. Another cutscene where the Elzen will be mean? It's good to see you, Miku. I hope you've learned much from Lei. Hello. You, adventurer. Is it true? Are you the one who slew the tree slugs and vultures? How have you heard of me doing that and not killing the Ultima weapon? Just curious. How dare she entrust the security of our people in the hands of a stranger? I knew Mikote were reckless, but she's downright irresponsible. Shame on her. Did I not warn you that it was folly to suffer that woman's presence in our guild, Lucienne? Every time she wastes an arrow in game, she drags our noble art back into the darkness. Aye, and this girl too. She's an embarrassment to us all. Quite enough, Silver. Your skill with the bow is undeniable, as for your love for our nation. Yet, there is much and more you have yet to learn about archery. Miku has matured greatly in a short time she's been with us. You know this to be true. I suggest you come to terms with Miku's presence here. You will be giving her next lesson, after all. Unless, of course, you have any objections. Good. As for you, Miku, I would have you devote yourself wholly to training ahead of your lesson with Silver. Suffice it to say, he will not be an easy instructor to impress. On that, we can agree. Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna switch us to Dragoon and look up Pharos Sirius Unlock. The Unlock Quest is serious business. In Western Lenosha. And this will be our dungeon for the night, and then after this, I suppose we'll call it. Wait a minute, am I leaving? Okay, no. I went to entirely the wrong area to get this quest. I just clicked on the first one that said Western Lenosha and ignored any idea of where this could actually be. Which I knew it was in Aleport. I knew it. I passed by this every single time I went to do a Sahagin quest. Hello, Diamanda. My first genuine assignment under Master Mimidoa, and now this. Whatever did I do to deserve such a fate? Oh, but where are my manners? I'm Diamanda, a smith recently in the employ of Naldic and... I'm not reading that. Okay. I arrived in these parts not a few days past to assist in the restoration of Pharos Sirius. Little did I expect my arrival to be greeted by that godforsaken song, a song I thought confined to my worst nightmares. Yes, I speak of the grim serenade of the foul sea which lured my poor father into his watery demise so many years ago. I stand here with idle hands, powerless to avenge his death, powerless to repay my debt to Master Mimidoa. Once my father's mentor, as he is now mine, the agony of it all. If only my brother were here, he would see to it that... But, alas, my brother remains lost at sea. You are an adventurer, are you not? Perhaps if you were to defeat the siren. Yes, you must. If not for me, then for all the sailors who seek safe passage across threatening seas. Seek out Master Mimidoa at the pier. You'll find him glazing grimly in the direction of Pharos Sirius, lamenting our fate. Pharos Sirius is, certainly a dungeon. It's certainly a dungeon that you can enter, and there are mobs and bosses. I'm not looking forward to this, is, kind of the short of what I'm saying. Another initiate, are you? No, huh? Ain't no one says yes to that. You've a familiar face, though. Come to think of it, you bear a striking resemblance to a brave lassie I once met. Helped us chase one of those goddamn sirens from Pharos Sirius, she did. What's that you say? Speak up, missy. Yours a hammer and have taken their toll on my ears. Any road. You may not be half the heroine your predecessor was, but you know what I'm saying. Any port in a storm. Aye, that's right. Damned if I can tell you why, but that hellsborn hussy is back. Hello, Vice. And she's running, roughshod over the place with a crew of her song-snared flunkies. Me and Diamanda, we've not to do but sit in our asses until someone cleans the place out. Look, this is more than a reclamation project to me in the last. The scurvy which killed her father. One of me prize students. I swear to vow myself to do his name proud and restore the beacon, but these hands were made for hammer and not scuffling with sirens. What say you, follow in your forebears' footsteps and fight this one for old Mimi Doa. I'll send the word to David, the guard of the lighthouse. He'll tell you all you need to know. I believe it would be fastest, yeah, to just use the ferry skipper. Give me the Isles of Ember, please. My hope is that we're not going to be progress gated by item level here. I kind of doubt it, but you never know. Ah, adventurer, you've come not a moment too soon. The siren has holed herself up in the lantern chamber atop the structure. The most direct route would be through the front door, but I fear the siren is already wise to our intentions and has posted the most formidable of her thralls to guard the entrance. Our only hope is to breach the foe's defenses, is to attack from below through the flood cellar. If you cannot win this battle for us, I know not who can. Go forth, friend, that Pharos Sirius may shine bright anew. The item level sync is 110 in here. Okay. Queue us for it and figure out some gear stuff. What's Scholar looking like? I have item level 98 Scholar gear. Yeah, Scholar is the main one I'm working on right now for a little project that hopefully you guys will get to see eventually. Okay, that's Cerberus. What's he doing here? I didn't know you could get him as a mount. Oh, that's got to be from the Chaotic Alliance raid, now that I think about it. Let's see. So I still need slops of healing, and then we're out of poetics again. That's awesome. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't really have access to a ton of poetics just yet. I think the most you can earn is like basically 700 in a day without spamming dungeons or trying to get other players' first-time clear bonuses. Oh yeah, I have to visit a mentor, or not a mentor, a mender probably. Not you. You. Yeah, it doesn't help that I keep missing Miku's dailies because I'm just not home or, like, I'm tired and I have other characters' dailies to do, and it's, yeah. For now, let's head to Limsa and start the Unlock Quest for Rogue, I guess? I'm pretty sure we should be able to start it just by going here. Ah! I did that wrong. I missed. Hello. There's not behind these convent doors for a worldly type like you, missus, for the dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss, all pure and saintly like. Now bugger off. Hang about, ain't you the last that goes by the name of Miku? Ha! I knew it. We like to snilch all rising talent, and from what I hear, your head and shoulders are above the rest. You can handle yourself half as well as they say. You might be as well be of use to us. Forget all that, sisters of the Edelweiss bollocks. That's just a bit of fun to fob off all the curious culls. We're a guild of rogues, lass, and it's mainly our marks that as does the praying. Me and mine work in the shadows of Limsa, taking a keen edge to the rooks and the cacklers, and what we've earned themselves a million. Okay. Not a turn of phrase I've ever heard before. We don't tout for members, but every now and again we might offer a promising young cove a place in the ranks. If you've an interest in joining us, tip us your daddles and... God, and we'll put a hilt in each one. Just like the gods intended. So what do you say, fancy learning the new trade? Sure. Good to see you're keen, but I probably should warn you in a few points before we dive in. Where most guilds take pride in turning their members into the best bloody candlestick makers they can be, we only care about getting the job done. And the job ain't pretty. You become one of us, and you'll soon be neck-deep in scum and knife fights. So if you're looking to scamper across the rooftops and build dandies out your blunt... Bless you. You'd best take up a different crew. Think on that and come back if you're still keen, okay? I don't want to read anything else this man says to me. Yeah, let me go inside. That was all deeply unpleasant. Hello, Jack. E? Jack E? Jackie. I'm calling him Jackie. I am the one they call Jackie, though I'm surprised you heard of me. Perhaps you'd be good enough to tell me your name, along with what the kindly, along with that of the kindly cove has told you mine. Sure. This is gonna be a rough quest line. Ah, the famous Miku. Old Lonnie Left Patch let you in, did he? Okay. He can't throw a blade for shite, but that one eye don't miss not when it comes to sizing up a Dimber Mort for the Stalin. Stop talking to me. Just one thing. You ain't a pirate, are you? No. Not last time I checked. Well then, it's time you was stalled to the rogue. Pull on your best beater, cases, and I'll swear ye in meself when you're ready. Now, you fill your waddles with what the storied history of our guild, but it's just the wids and the wind. Most important thing, the only thing we care about is getting the job done. Now, most folk, and I'm assuming you're among... Never mind, there we go. The queue will always pop when you're up to something. It will always pop when you're up to something. Welcome to Pharos Sirius. Look, I'm not gonna hide that the music in here is incredible. And that this is, like, obviously designed to be a very, very important set-piece dungeon. One that you see throughout the entire game. But, I hate this place. This is not a place that I am ever happy to see in my dailies. Ever. Oh, we are sprinting through here. This is maybe a bad idea. It's really difficult to heal through this hole. Especially since they keep giving you vulnerability ups. Oh, the music in here is good. It is so fucking good. Probably one of the best dungeon themes, like, in a Realm Reborn. Ah. I don't know why he picked me. Okay, let's get our buff back. That one healed just now. Okay. Simon here is probably, shockingly, the first boss that's ever going to give us trouble in Final Fantasy XIV. Assuming they haven't, like... changed how he works. But it does not appear that they have, actually. Ow. Nope, he's still a nightmare. Yeah, yep. I just hope that, like, we can kill him with no problem. Okay, he dies without incident. Thank God. What item level are these? 60? Still? Oh, God, that's the worst. I'm still greeting on these because these are still jewelry. Jewelry's hard to come by, but... Oh, holy shit, this is the introduction of the Boots. B-H-O-O-T. One of my favorite enemy names in the game. Oh. God, this place is a disaster. Yeah, they killed the tank for sure. Yep. Woo. Yeah, this is the hardest dungeon in a oh my God. This is the hardest dungeon in a Realm Reborn, like bar none. I don't think any of the others even get close to what this thing does. Like an enemy over here. I kind of want to just poke my head in here for the map. Woo! And now we run. Now we get the fuck out. Ah! I love Pharos Sirius. I love the unmarked AoEs in this place. God, this thing is a nightmare. I'll just read on, like, everything. Pass on that, chest piece, though. It's always going to be worse than job gear, so it's not really worth picking up. Ow! I would really appreciate it if this place wouldn't help me with rocks. Okay! We missed all of the mob pulls, but that's fine. The zoo! This boss is, like, really unintuitive and confusing. And it's already at half health. Okay. The goal is to just ignore the hatchlings and the eggs. Because if you attack the hatchlings or the eggs, the zoo gets stronger. So our goal is to have it be as weak as possible. It has 7 stacks of this shit. Yeah, this boss is worse than LB. To get it out in a way. God, that melted it. What is this for? This is not really worth keeping. I'm taking all the jewelry, though. God, having item level 60 jewelry will be useful in the future. The sheer number of classes I'm gearing, nightmare. This is what I want to do, right? I want to stand directly in the way of it. Oh my god. Oh. So, this stretch of the dungeon has some weird stuff in it. Particularly those things that you have to interact with. There's going to be another one up ahead. That just sends, like, AoEs down. Yeah, I'll get it. My AoEs are by far the weakest out of the group, so. Oh my god, especially since we have a light. Alright, Tyrant. This boss... this boss literally just sucks. I don't know if there's another way to describe this. Like... Oh, 39%? The room is sealed, and he's dead. 15-second long boss fight. No joke. Okay, so now for the real last boss. Why, hello, Siren. Yeah, so, this is the payoff to an entire section of the MSQ for some fucking reason. They just hid it in here. It's really important to kill the ads in this fight. They are, like, bad for the people that they're targeting, generally. I mean, most ads are, but, like, in this case, they will hold you in place and not let you dodge AoEs and shit. Ow. Coming back? Okay. Take voice. Not really sure what that one does. Probably like a tank buster or something. Oh. I need to be at max HP. There we go. And that was Pharos Sirius. It gets significantly less bad as you go. But god, the opening, like, half of this dungeon is just miserable. My team did great, though. Everybody did really good. Killing the first boss with no problem is, like, probably the bare minimum for, like, a group getting through here. Okay, let's finish up this quest and then be done. Okay, we can skip, probably most of this. Let's see. Now, most folk, I'm assuming you're among them, know that not long after Limsa's founding, the city was overrun by a motley collection of pirates and thieves. But as wild as that lot were, it soon became clear that they'd all end up killing each other if they didn't lay down a few rules, an unspoken code of conduct, as it were. 1. You don't bite the purses of your fellow Lemensons. 2. You don't rook a crew out on out of their spoils. And 3. You don't trade coals like they was chattel. I'll admit the finer points of the code are a mite murky, but most agree on those 3 at least. Now, you might be thinking, none of that amounts to a stack of dillberries now that the Admiral's outlawed piracy, but the back alleys and black markets, where Merwib's grip ain't so tight, the code's still alive and well. Just as the law is enforced by Yellowjackets, the code is regulated by us rogues. We go where the shadows are the darkest and hand out justice to them as break the code. Some rum-soaked cove steals goods from the wrong coal, and we steal them back. That's the job, my natty lass. Okay. Of course, we don't hop the twig when the blade work's called for, neither. You see, there's more to our dagger play than just sticking coals with the pointy end. We'll weaken a mark with poison, fade away, and strike in the dark man's. Whatever it takes to get the work done. Well, Miku, what do you say to that? You got the guts to do a rogue's job? Yeah, sure. Alright then, first off, I'll have to get your kit sorted out. A rogue needs to be light on her dew beaters to stay on a mark's tail. The job might have you fighting across the deck or weaving through a mob, and the last thing we want is a bleeding great battle axe what hooks itself on every rope and post. That's why we stick to daggers. They let you slip through the streets just as easily as they slip through a rook's ribs. Here, take these stabbers and see how they look on you. Just don't get so excited when you're with your new toys that you forget to dress for the role. You'd be surprised at how many cults come back to me in their bloody small clothes. Okay. With that, we have unlocked every single class in A Realm Reborn. Absolutely all of them. Managed to strap those daggers on without cutting yourself? Well, we're off to a good start, I'd say. Next, you'll want to get a feel for the weight and speed of your new weapons. I reckon those bleating cheats in the fields outside Limsa should serve for your first lesson. Aye, test your blades on a few of them lambs and slice up some rats and pugils for good measure. Mind that you mill them beasties one at a time, though, lass. I know you served far worse in the past, but you're no damber with them stabbers. Just, okay, don't talk to me like that. What is happening in here? They're making up words, and I don't like it. Okay, let's talk about Rogue a little bit. This is a fucking weird one. So, Rogue is a pretty basic little melee class. It's nothing too crazy. Once it upgrades to Ninja, this shit gets weird. I've never played Ninja myself, but from what I understand, you need to, like, memorize hand sign rotations. Shit gets just real bizarre real quick. On top of that, this is the only class in the game that receives a generic, constant 3% movement buff. I should do that. We don't have it yet. I don't know at what level we get it. I'm just assuming by level 15, but I don't know. Oh, we also get this. This is a 20% shield, I think. Okay, then we have to slay Pugils, which I believe are up to the north. As, you know, as I've been doing lately, we're only going to do the first quest for tonight, just because I want to end stream. There's our second hit for our combo. As far as, like, neat stuff with this class, it has some very niche applications in solo runs of the game. Actually, I can just do this. It's able to, at higher levels, place like a damaging AoE on the ground, and very rarely bosses will have a thing that holds a player in place until damage is done to a thing that's holding them in place. And that damaging AoE is sometimes, in rare circumstances, enough to knock you out of one of those, if you put it down with just the right timing. Again, really weird class with a lot of really weird stuff going on in it. I don't know how it actually is right now. I think currently Monk is better than it, but I could be wrong about that. Yeah, let me in. Alright, done with your million. Are ye okay? Yep. You must think of yourself as a dancer, not a bleeding butcher. You only need so much force to ramshackle a blade to its hilt. Precision and speed, that's how you get the most out of your stabbers. Bulky armor only have you plodding about with ungainly aurics. So make sure you're wearing gear that'll let you move freely as well. Alright, get your blade worked up to scratch Miku, and I might just have the job for you. That is used as a justification for Ninja to have basically its own gear. That other classes do not wear, really. It's, again, really odd. Basically, Square made a lot of decisions that made my job, gearing every class at level 50, a goddamn nightmare. Just a super bad headache. So, like, you know, bear with me. Alright, yeah, retire to an in-room, please, and then we will end stream. You know, this was a pretty successful day, I'd say. Got a hell of a lot done. I'm gonna put Miku in her Dragoon gear. Got a hell of a lot done, and, a new dungeon out of the way, and, yeah, that's every class unlocked as well that we can do at the moment. Technically, we could unlock Samurai and, Red Mage, but I'm not gonna bother until we get to Stormblood. So yeah, might as well log out. Wait. Exit game, yes. Good night, Miku. And yeah, that's all I have for everybody tonight. You know, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, have a great night, everybody.